Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Looking for the run, and he welcomes it in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Isak finds himself offside. That has ended up in no man's land. No, that's been intercepted. And it's gone back to the keeper. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, what? And the shot! Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Looking to play him in. It's a good look. Towering header! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Isak certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Politano. Now it's Ndiaye. Chance! Courtois clears. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That's a sharp pass. So it is still 0-0. Samba gets it away. Onana. Now it's Politano. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Lukaku. And he's well positioned. And a chance! And he's taking no chances there. He's on it, can he get away? And he shoots! He doesn't look too happy with that. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Asensio. Kusanov tries to clear.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. It's their second corner of the game. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Newcastle have their third corner. Nice interception, well timed. And he can thump it away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Newcastle definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And Ndiaye is standing over this one. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Asensio! That was travelling. Half an hour played now. He has found a way through. Pings it across. It's a goal kick. Gavi. And it's Lukaku. Elanga. Chance for a shot! Goal! Besiktas! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Besiktas have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Lukaku.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Ndiaye. He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Elanga. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Paulinho. Well, that has not gone well. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Lukaku. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And this is Lukaku. And the finish! Well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all. And that is indeed the final act. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Would the owner of a blue car parked outside the stadium gate kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away?
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Zubimendi gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before...
He's had a shot! That's a lovely, neat pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Elanga. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Lukaku. And he's intervened well there. That's really well cleared. Oh, that's a key interception. Gavi. Caicedo. And he's there to retrieve it. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Lukaku. Ndiaye. Try, terrific effort! Goal! And the comeback is complete! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have... And a shot! Diogo Dalot gets it clear. Gavi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that was nowhere near his best. And here's Lukaku. Lima. This looks promising. That's put paid to the danger. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Paulinho. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Besiktas really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Isak.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Ndiaye.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Gavi. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Lukaku. It's a pretty loose pass. Asensio. Tries to play it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nice sequence of passes, this.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Paulinho, and it's made its way to him. Isak! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Substitution for Besiktas.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
Turnbull. Number 9, Isaac. Coming on the field.
Chiesa!
Number 20, Chiesa.
And he's following up!
Doku.
And again!
Number 22, Verratti. Number 13, Yarai. Number 11,
Corner number 2 then.
substitutions taking place.
Chiesa goes short. Doku proves just a little bit too strong. Newcastle are looking to go forward now. Now, can they get him away? But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Ndiaye. Time is running out here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And it's Verratti. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Plays it across. Embolo!
Besiktas really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That's a decent clearance.
2 added minutes has been
Besiktas
indicated.
have the chance to go the other way. Deep into stoppage time. Besiktas do have a chance to counter here, and he's managed to get free. Chiesa gets into a good position. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
They've played it short. And that signals the end. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they
And a
lost
quick
the
reminder
game.
today that parking in the area around
So
the
Jim, how do
stadium
you
is
reflect?